Hey, so I just wanted to document a little bit about how I'm feeling and how I've been liking Indiana. What do I like most about Indiana? What do I not like about Indiana? So far, one of my favorite things about Indiana is the fireflies. I like to call them twinkle bugs because you look out at night and they just twinkle, and it's so cute and beautiful. And I don't even want to call it this, but it looks magical. But it's all natural stuff, so it's beautiful. Um, the next thing I love about Indiana is the people. People here are amazing people, especially with our neighbors. People we live around are so nice, so welcoming, so willing to help out, give advice. They're really great people. So I love that. Next thing I love is all the sights, the things to see, the things that are growing here. The weather here is kind of weird, but I like it. It's different. It's warm, and there's a lot more storms here, and the storms here are crazy, like more crazy than I've ever experienced in Washington. They're here, it seems like weekly. Like there's always a chance of thunder and lightning weekly so far since spring started. And I want to say it was Sunday night, there was a bunch of lightning just in the sky and off in the distance. There was no thunder, it was just a bunch of lightning, and it was just strike, 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 one after the other. And it was beautiful. I loved it. It was nice not having to hear the thunder along with it, but it was very interesting. And another thing I love is how laid back people are here. That has a drawback, but it is nice at the same time. I love where we live. Like our property is really beautiful. Our house is in a really great place where we don't have neighbors in the back or the front. So we have fields behind us and in front of us. And behind us is our property where we get to grow, we get to do whatever we want with 10 acres. That is so much land. Like I never imagined I'd have that much land in my life. So it's really awesome. I also like, there's a lot of things to like here, and I'm probably forgetting some things, but so a little bit drawback to the weather. Something I don't like about Indiana so far is the humidity here is ridiculous. We had the worst humidity I've experienced here this last week. It was so humid. It was sticky and gross. And there was one morning I was laying here listening. I was like half asleep, and I was hearing dripping, and it sounded like it was raining. And I was like, wow, it's raining again. Just kept dripping, dripping, dripping from this window. And when I woke up, I came to realize it was sucking out all that humidity, and it was just dripping from this air conditioner. And I was like, wow, it's really humid out there. So that's not fun. I don't like the humidity when it gets raining and then it's hot. Like, just, ugh. And then the other thing I don't like about Indiana is all the bugs. Like they're just everywhere. It's just ridiculous. Like you walk outside and there's just bugs flying all up in your face. Some of them like to like swirl in your ear, and they crawl all over you. I just, like our room is not secure enough. The room that we're staying in here has cracks everywhere. There's holes. There was stink bugs everywhere. Like a few weeks ago, like just constant stink bugs coming in this room. And I would suck them up with vacuum, and I had one that landed on my cheek in the middle of the night. It was just terrible. Like I hated the stink bugs. They've kind of dispersed. They're still out there somewhere, but they're not as bad. spiders constantly. We actually are getting to know some more bugs, so it's kind of cool to see new bugs, but the just bugs are gross here. Like there was a centipede that came and crawled on my toothbrush one night. We actually had a lizard come through our room this morning. It was in our room because he found a little crack somewhere and he got in. We've had snakes, not in our room, but outside. What else? I mean, there's some cool bugs, and then there's some bugs that are just super annoying. And so it's kind of interesting to look at the different things and to get to know the different things. We have these really cool jumping spiders. Now you would think that would be freaky. Like, I don't want to be around jumping spiders, but they're actually really cute when you look close at them. They've got like big eyes and then little eyes on the side, and the big eyes are cute. And they kind of move around fast, and they jump from thing to thing, and they're not very aggressive. They're just playful. So that's kind of fun. And we've been seeing lots of toads outside. We grab toads and they'd be jumping around the room. There's lots of birds, different kinds of birds that I'm not used to. Watching the robins build their nests and all that is really cool. But yeah, the bugs, it's a lot sometimes. We have these carpenter bees that are humongous, and they fly around and they dig into the wood, so that's not good. But anyways, there's lots of bugs, and I'm getting used to some of them, but some of them I'm just like, go away, especially the flies. We have hornets that come in here. They're black. Like, that's different than what I'm used to, those black hornets. Anyway, so yeah, bugs, they suck. The prices out here are really good. I like the price of things. Anyways, there's a lot of great things about Indiana. There's also some drawbacks. Like, we came out here without not having any family close by, not having any friends, nobody we know out here, and so I feel kind of alone. Like, I'm having to start from scratch making friends, and I am not very good at making friends. Like, I mean, I can make friends, but I'm not good from scratch making friends. So I kind of feel alone because there's a lot of people out here that have a lot of history. A lot of people, especially where we live, have family around that have, you know, like their cousins, or they have their uncles or their grandmas or their whatever. Everybody's connected around here, it seems like. And so I feel kind of like an outsider coming in, because we are pretty much. But so I don't really have a lot of friends, and I have to figure out where to go for my hair, or where do I go for my nails, or where to go for this or that, or gotta get a new doctor, I gotta get a new dentist, I gotta get all these new things, which is to be expected when you move. But the hardest thing for me is the friends. So I get kind of lonely out here. I love being around my family. I love getting closer to Tyler and meeting new people with Tyler and our family. But it can get kind of lonely because I don't feel like I have a history with anybody. I don't have a history with anybody. So I hope that changes. And I hope that with all these pros and cons as I live here, I hope that I'll start to grow in them, and I'll start to figure out myself while we're out here. Because living in Washington was my place. We lived there my whole life up until March of this year. And so it's kind of different, and it's kind of a leap of faith that we took on. So I gotta live my life to the best of my ability. And part of that I would like to document, and so that's why I'm talking about these things, so that I can remember and so that I can share that with others too. But anyways, so that's how I feel on June, what day is it? June 16th of 2021. And we'll see how I feel years down the line. This is just my first experience here.